Revelation 5:9 says, they were singing a new song. You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were killed, and at the cost of your own blood you have purchased for God persons from every tribe, language, people, and nation. This is still about the glory of Jesus and his magnificence, and that is worthy because of the price he paid to purchase back to God, me and you, to bring us back, to bring us into God's house, to bring us into God's fold. And that is amazing. What has done is amazing. This is a song in praise of the glory of Christ. He said, you're worthy because you were killed, and at the cost of your own blood, you purchased for God. So that is the gospel in a nutshell. It's about what Christ has done, how he sacrificed his life to give us life, how he was killed to bring us to God, how on the cross, he cried, my Father, why have you forsaken me? So that we can be held in the embrace of God forever. He had the sin of the old world poured on him. John said about him, this is the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. So that sin is no longer an issue between us and God. We can come to God fully clothed in the righteousness of Christ himself. That is a great exchange. It was killed. That was a judgment for our sin. Our judgment for our sin. Death was judgment of our sin. And the Bible says he tasted death for all men. So Christ has experienced death. Christ has experienced what it means to suffer the consequence of sin. Why? Because the sin of the old world was put on him. So you see him coming to be baptized by John. He had no sin. He's coming to be baptized by John the Baptist. This is after many people from all manner of corners had come to be baptized by John, confessing their sins. So in a way, you have the Lamb of God. When you go to the Old Testament, the sin was confessed on the lamb that will be sacrificed. That will be the atonement lamb. The sin was confessed on that lamb. So in a way, John's hand has been on people confessing their sin inside that water, confessing their sin. So in a way, that water is filled with the sin of the whole world. And when Jesus Christ came, and there was John laid hand on him, I believe that was the transfer of the sin of the old world. I remember in the Old Testament, the lamb that will be sacrificed, Passover lamb had to be separated for 4 days. And how long between Jesus Christ being baptized by John and when he was sacrificed, when he died on the cross? It was 3+ years. It was 3+ years. So here we have a man. So in a way, he is the Lamb of God. He is the Passover lamb. He bore death for us. You remember in the land of Egypt, the children of Israel the judgment of God was coming. It was coming. But there was a lamb. Each family had to have a lamb that will be sacrificed so that the judgment will pass and we will have life instead of death. That is our reality because of Jesus. That is our reality because of Jesus. So he's worthy to take the scroll, to open the seal. He is the one and only. There is none that compares to him. He's one that had no sin. If he had sin, then it couldn't have been the sacrifice because the lamb had to be spotless. Remember? The lamb had to be spotless. So he had no sin. So he qualified. And he has to be made like us, to fully represent us before God as the one that will carry our judgment. So it can't be an angel. It had to be incarnate. It had to become man. We'll give glory to Jesus for the sacrifice, and we say, you are worthy to take the scroll and to open the seal, because you were killed. At the cost of your own blood, you have purchased for God persons, me, from every tribe, us, you, language, people, and nation. See you tomorrow.